Hello, this is Betamax80. I've just got a very quick channel update this evening. I'm pleased to say first of all that the Windows XP computer has been a very big success. I'll show you quickly now. I'm running it at the moment to show you the desktop. There you go, Windows XP right there. And then this is the computer itself. Sorry, bit of wire snag. Speaker in the way. There we are. Messy washing up. So there's my case. I'm quite pleased with it. Wasn't an expensive case, and initially I was hoping to make a much smaller mini ITX style system, but unfortunately mini ITX with Windows XP class components seems to equal a very unpleasant Intel Atom based system. So basically it's your non-performance system, it's your in the office, very good for using Microsoft Office, don't push it too hard kind of system. It's not what I was going for. I was looking for the best possible far end of Windows XP's existence kind of hardware, which I've achieved here. I'm really pleased. The Athlon processor is really good. It's extremely fast in Windows XP, and the motherboard chipset is also perfect. I have the hard disks in array configuration in AHCI again. As I said in a previous video, if you can't get AHCI mode in Windows XP, I don't consider that you have a real Windows XP chipset. I think that every feature in the BIOS should be available in Windows XP. Otherwise, I don't think that you have a really Windows XP compatible system. I think that you're trying to force things onto the wrong kind of hardware. That's my take on it all. The other thing I'm very excited about, and if you have a look on my web page, is on msrepurpose.wordpress.com. I'll put a link below again. I'm actually waiting on an Aureal A3D sound card. I don't know if you will know what that is. I currently have an XFi card, which I think I showed, well, I know I showed in an earlier video. It's a very special XFi card, but EAX, which was or is Creative Labs' implementation of 3D sound, is sort of, it's okay, but it's a bit of a con, because it's essentially about adding reverb to existing sounds. Whereas Aureal's A3D, which was a very mid-90s to early 2000 thing, they were only around the same kind of time as 3DFX, another ironically or coincidentally Canadian company. 3DFX were famous for their 3D graphics, and Aureal really made the accompanying 3D sounds. Now I'm going to try and put this card in my Windows XP computer because it has a PCI slot. Not a lot of good reports about Windows XP in this sound card. A lot of it was Windows 98 kind of oriented, but I'm going to give it a go. I have had a look at the driver, I've had a look at the installation method for the driver, and I've actually improved on the installation method, and I'm going to see how it goes, basically, because it's, as you know, I'm very interested in these very historic parts of computer history. So that's on its way. I've also bought a wavetable card for it. This is so that sound works in MS-DOS. This is your musical instrument type sound. All a bit alien and new to me, actually, but it would have been much more commonplace and desirable for people in the Windows 95, Windows 98 era of computing, when I have to admit I was extremely green, and I think a lot of people in the UK were very green because there wasn't a lot of good advertising or marketing of computer parts in the UK, and we really didn't know what we were missing out on, the things that were available in America and other parts of the world. We just didn't get them, and we didn't know that we were missing out. So I'm basically going back now and revisiting parts that were really groundbreaking but just never really made inroads in these shores. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do an unboxing when I actually get the sound card. It's their last production sound card. That they made a development board, just like 3DFX. There's a sort of a mystical development board that some very lucky people have and they brag about, but they're basically development boards that got out into the wild somehow. What I'm getting is the last mass production product, which was actually made by Aureal themselves, much as 3DFX made their very last graphics cards. So this is an Aureal SQ2500, and this is a super quad, as they call it, and they're excited about this because only their very last card supported 4.1 speaker surround. The thing about A3D is it actually only works over 2 speakers, but what's so exciting is it actually develops sounds as you go. So with EAX and Creative's method, the idea is that the sounds are loaded into a memory. On the more advanced boards, like the one I have anyway, there's an on-chip memory, or an on-board memory, that actually has all of the sounds that are relevant to that item thrown in at the start, and basically you do something and it triggers that sound to be played, whereas the Aureal system actually plays the sound relative to where you are as the thing happens, so it comes and goes from its memory as and when the event occurs, if that makes sense, which means it's more dynamic and it's actually better at being 3D positional because it's not a flat sound, it's more about where you've moved from to. It's all about axes. It is actually developed from a piece of NASA technology. They were blown away by this technology, and its first application was actually with NASA for pilot training, and it moved into the home arena after that. So it's going to be very exciting. I'm also very pleased to say that because it has a game port, because it's about the last sound card to have a game port, an old-fashioned style of serial port, I suppose, I've actually managed to find a Microsoft Sidewinder force feedback joystick, which is very, very, very era appropriate, very much turn of the century. It's the thing that everybody wanted to have in the year 99 and 2000, so I'm very excited to get that because it's just a piece of very special technology, a bit like the TouchSense mouse and a bit like the Xbox 360 controller that I also have. It's the everybody wanted it piece of technology from way back then, and I really want to experience just why it was so special for so many people. Fantastic. That was an eBay win, actually. That's not new in box, but it seems to have everything there. It's good enough for me. The new in-boxed example seems to be pretty much museum pieces now, and I paid an absolute fraction of what they're going for, so I'm really pleased. The sound card, believe it or not, is actually new old stock, so it's never been taken out of its bag. Comes with the CD, comes with the manual, and everything sealed, which is why I'm so keen to do an unboxing for you. But that's going to come sometime in December. I think before that I'll be receiving the Wavetable card, which is another really special edition. The Wavetable card actually goes on this Aureal sound card, but it needs to be a certain kind of sound card that has what's called a Wave Blaster connection for the Wavetable board to go on it, and the Aureal is about the last sound card to actually have a Wavetable connector. So it's a really special card in a lot of ways. It's very much the pinnacle of an era and the end of an era of a certain kind of computer technology all rolled into one. So yeah, very exciting. The other thing is that these Wave Blaster cards haven't been manufactured since, well, there's been a sort of 10-year hiatus, as I understand, in the manufacture of these cards. Bit of a long story, don't really understand, but it's about them falling out of favour and about USB taking over, I think. But there are applications, particularly going back to older times of computing, using MS-DOS, using very old versions of Windows, where the actual old-fashioned sound card interface with MIDI is still the preferred method. And this Dream Blaster S1 is brand new, using a 2011 era chip that's still being manufactured, and yeah, I'm really excited to have a look at that as well. That wasn't a bad price, brand new. I'll probably do an unboxing on that. It'll probably come first before the sound card itself, but yeah, I'll share my unboxing with you. I'm very excited about what's coming ahead actually. And just to be appropriate with eras and trying to get hold of cables while they're still around, I've also got a CD audio cable. I actually don't know if that DVD-ROM drive supports CD audio, but I have seen 4 suspiciously CD audio looking pins on it. It could be a floppy connector. I actually don't know yet. But I'm getting the cable just in case, and to be honest with you, if the CD drive doesn't support CD audio, CD soundtracks, the card does, the cable will. I'm probably going to find a vintage CD-ROM drive if needs be. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm in the mood to do at the moment. And if the sound card really is as cruddy in Windows XP as people are saying, well then that's my Windows 98 PC project underway, isn't it? That's the first part. I've got a 3DFX Voodoo 3 3500 TV, which is this ridiculous beast of a graphics card. It had 3D graphics in this amazing blue pod that came out the back for video in and video out. So it was kind of like your Mark 1 video capture card on a sound card in full, let's say. It's the most bizarre card that 3DFX ever made, so I've been holding on to that for many years actually. It's being well looked after, temperature controlled, inside my bedroom at my house in Devon. Yeah, and I'm kind of itching to repurpose it now. Now I've actually seen it in the flesh again, and the fact that everything's there, I've got absolutely everything, all the packaging as well, all the CDs. Yeah, I'm keen to do something with it, to be honest with you. So you never know, Windows 98 PC might be on the way. I have actually been scanning eBay. There are some fairly cost-effective packages out there. Don't tell anyone. I haven't got the money at the moment. Well, we'll see, won't we? Okay, that's all for now. I thought an update would be good. Bye.